Sorry to interrupt you, but I just saw that Fantastic Four is now on Disney Plus.
Oh,
The new
I
one.
forgot there was a new one.
I know. I'm still thinking about the phenomenal Roger Corman version.
I was instantly thinking that's how bad it is. I was thinking to myself, oh, the Roger Corman one? Why would they put that on? Because that's the most famous version of Fantastic Four.
It honestly
And
is. I mean,
I think it's the most...
Jessica Alba looks fantastic as Sue Storm.
It's
but,
probably...
for other
sure,
reasons.
that's because you're a gooner. The Fantastic Four that's held in the highest regard, I think, is the Roger Corman version.
Yeah. And people said that it looked, I remember at the time, like people, well, not at the time, but people since have said that it looks goofy because the issue was, and this is something to do with the Fox X-Men movies. They complained that the costumes look too much like a comic book. And I was like, well, that's because that's what they look like in a comic book. Because then you have the complete opposite end of the spectrum in which the X-Men uniforms from the X-Men films are just these black one-piece suits. And you guys complained about it then, and you were like, well, why don't they look like they do in the comics or in the cartoon? And it's just like, fucking pick or choose, because now you had this Fantastic Four newer one where they're wearing like these sweater turtleneck things, and that was something from like, I think the 70s, late 60s, early 70s, they kind of introduced that style. And like people were like, meh, whatever. And they're like, oh, it looks very much like the comic book from a certain time period. And like, so now we're like they're so bipolar when it comes to this crap. It's just like either you think it's fine or it's terrible. It's like you can't come across to like some sort of like middle ground almost. Although I was glad that Wolverine finally had the black and blue and Deadpool Wolverine. So, but that's me. Regardless, it doesn't change the fact that this movie just like was a complete and utter pothole, tire busting piece of garbage.
Yeah, I mean, it's more interesting to talk about the Roger Corman one, so let's keep talking about the Roger Corman one. Like the story goes that it was made to just to retain rights for somebody.
Rights.
But I guess Roger
retain,
Corman says that that's not true. Corman says that we had a contract to release it, and I had to be bought out of that contract by by Eckinger.
Okay.
Eckinger called Lee's version of events not true. It was our original intention to make a B movie, that's for sure. But the movie was there. But when the movie was there, we wanted to release it. What does that mean?
We wanted to still put out the movie in some capacity.
He said Marvel Studios founder Avi Arad, at this point a 1993 Marvel executive, calls me up and says, listen, I think what you did was great. It shows your enthusiasm for the movie and the property, and I understand that you've invested so and much, and Roger has invested so and much. Let's do a deal. Because he didn't like the idea that a small movie was coming out and maybe ruining the franchise. So he says to me that he wants to give me back the money that we spent on the movie and that we should not release it. Interesting. So they wanted to make a B movie, which they did. And they were like, I mean, because it's like, to me, it's sort of like, and I know I haven't really followed this. I just know like the story beats of this. Yeah. It seemed too legitimate almost to be designed to not be released. Unless it is very cruel and they told everyone, yeah, do your best. We're going to make a B movie. It's going to be great. It's going to be in, second run theaters. And it made everyone try their best. and then pulled the rug out from under them, which is not above Hollywood, obviously.
No, it's very Hollywood-like now.
But it does have this, from the clips and stuff I've seen, it does have this urgency and, sincerity behind it that a lot of...
It does.
I mean, hell, like we just said, it's held in higher regard than the 4 big budget attempts. Is it 4 now?
That was the first. The Fox, the Jessica Alba ones.
Right. So that's
was the second.
Was that 2 that they made?
That was the second one. The third one was the one that came out maybe 6 years ago. Which I think a lot of people have forgotten exists, and now the Pedro Pascal version, the official Disney Marvel sanctioned one.
So there wasn't.
Is the newest
So nobody
one.
had a direct. Nobody had a sequel. There wasn't a Fantastic Four and a Fantastic Four Part 2, and then
There was the Jessica Alba one
Had 2.
had a sequel that was
Okay.
called Rise of the Silver Surfer.
That's what I mean. So this is those 2 movies. I'm not counting the Corman one. So those 2 movies. Then
Okay.
you've got the one with
like 6-7 years ago, something like that.
yeah, the discount. It was it's like the B version of why can I never?
Was it one of the Mara sisters?
Yeah, Kate Mara was in it.
Kate Mara, and then it was like, was it Barry Keoghan?
No, you're thinking of not the Irish guy. It was the guy. It was the discount. What's the guy's name? You Will Not Divide Us.
Oh, Shia LaBeouf.
It's the B movie version of Shia.
Temu Shia?
Temu Shia.
Who is Temu Shia?
Temu
Temu Shia.
Shia LaBeouf. I wonder if it's going to give me some kind of weird Temu items that involve a
Barry Keoghan. Keoghan, whatever his last name's pronounced.
Yeah,
Barry.
no, it's not him. It was. I know how to find out who this guy was.
Well, it's kind of like, which one is the discount version? Michael Cera or Jesse Eisenberg?
I need to remember people's names better, but I guess I'm too old.
I have that issue too.
I know, but these aren't even important names to remember. It's sort of Miles Teller. I would never have gotten there.
Oh, I've heard of that guy's name.
Yeah,
I don't know what he's in, but I've heard of his name.
He was in the drumming movie that was super popular. See?
Oh, Whiplash?
Whiplash.
He was Whiplash?
He played Whiplash.
You go from Whiplash to this. To this.
See?
Wait, go back. Miles Teller? Go back.
Ward.
Oh, shit. I could have sworn that was like Michael Cera or somebody.
See, and I think it looks like Shia LaBeouf. He looks
Yeah, he does.
oh my God, what a
War
terrible.
Dogs. Oh, gosh.
It looks like
Who made that
It looks like
cover?
a parody cover.
Do you know what?
Could you put
cannot
Jonah Hill in the white or in the black so that it's a slimming
Slimming.
design?
Or if you're going to put Jonah Hill in there, don't make him as the size of Jonah Hill. You know?
Right.
One thing I can't... I mean, I don't know if that's the movie poster for that film, which wasn't. Bless you. I cannot stand the way that when you buy movies, they make a completely different movie poster cover for the home release. Where I'm like, I want the actual movie poster that was for it. If there's some sort of special edition later on, that's fine. But for a regular release, give me the movie poster. I can't stand the way that they do that crap.
And then you get
They look terrible.
Yeah,
They're always horrendous.
they are the worst. I don't understand how this happens. How do you end up? Look at how bad.
This Photoshop crap.
Yeah, look at that. It looks.
It's they hired the dude that used to do the rap album covers from the late 90s.
Cash Money Records.
Mm-hmm.
Charge it to the game. It looks like a college student's first design a DVD or design a Blu-ray cover.
Yeah.
Here's welcome to Design 1. Your first project, you have a week, is make a DVD cover for your favorite movie. And some guy's like,
Right.
I'm doing Drive.
Yeah. Drive is, you know what a Drive is actually, now that we were discussing Drive. And I heard about Drive is the, I guess you would say maybe Zoomer version of Fight Club. Because was Fight Club more geared towards millennials or Gen X?
Gen X.
Gen
it's
X. Okay,
Edward.
so
This
I'm
is the
guessing that.
millennial.
So
Because
so what's the Zoomer version of this?
Zoomers don't have anything like that. They don't have.
Okay,
they don't have passions.
I don't want Drive. I want.
What do you
Actually,
want?
Fight Club's pretty edgy boy too.
Fight Club sucks. I'm not a fan.
American Psycho.
Oh, well, there we go. I mean, for millennials.
ヒューイ・ルイス・アン・ザ・ニュース。
好きだよ。
初期の頃は少々ニューウェーブすぎたけど、83年のスポーツは良かった。バンドの独自性をあれで確立したね。
Alex, you watch TV.
I do watch
Jesus.
TV.
I don't
I was
watch
about to
TV.
say, speaking of TV. Okay, so TV, how we used to watch it with ads and commercial breaks. We were watching. We were watching Mr. Bean tonight before bed, and that's on Amazon Prime. This is a rant that has to be said. I had to sit through a 3-minute long ad break of just the dumbest garbage, like prescription drug medication, Old Spice commercial. There was something on there for Allstate car insurance and stuff. And it was like within a Mr. Bean episode, there was like 2 additional ad breaks of like 2 minutes each. And I'm like, and it says a stupid thing that pops up and says like, go ad free now. And I'm like, I was ad free beforehand and it was beautiful. And now streaming has gone that route and all entertainment sucks. Sail the high seas, my friend.
Well, I mean, and that's like I've said this before. If you don't like it, don't pay for it, and it's okay to punish your entire family with your mentality also, and just say we're not paying for this garbage. Stop letting yourselves be abused spouses and start rebelling against the system. The system doesn't respect you, so why do you?
She wants to watch her Outlander.
That's trash. That's smut, Alex. You shouldn't be letting. She's getting ideas watching that show.
Not with me.
It's not right for a woman to read. Soon she starts getting ideas and thinking.
Gaston, you are positively primeval.
Why, thank you, Belle.
Legally acquire the shows you want to watch on DVD. You can get like here's the whole thing. Like and everybody is like, "Oh, I'm paying $15 a month for Netflix to watch The Office over and over again." Remember that meme? Mm-hmm. You can buy like if you buy the SD DVDs of The Office, it's like you can get all of that for like $5 a season used at Goodwill.
Yeah.
So just buy that.
Yeah,
Rip
but
it.
you see, Brendan, you're gonna have to get a DVD player, and then you got to
just
get
people
the
have a
disc
DVD.
out. You got to open the disc. You got to do this. It's just so time consuming.
All right, I can't save everybody. Apparently,
I
I'm
know.
trying my best.
We try.
Speaking of not being able to save everybody,
Yes.
Stranger Things creators defend long gaps between seasons. This is something you've complained about multiple times to me.
Yes.
Which is you're
Because-
like, how can Frasier have 26 episode seasons for 7 years, 1 year, like it's like 6 months and then summer vacation and then another 6 months of episodes, and they did it for 7 years, or 8 years.
Yeah, and everybody used to do that all the time.
Like 10 years, I think. And yeah, and every show did this. It wasn't just Frasier. It was every TV show had 26 episode seasons. 24 had 24 episode seasons. They were 1 hour each.
The Jack Bauer Power Hour.
And now suddenly we can't get through 6 episodes in this season, and it takes
Yeah, if
5
you're
years
lucky.
to make them.
Exactly. And I feel like even before, okay, this has definitely become an issue post-COVID, this whole messed up production thing. But even in the years prior to that, like in like the mid to late 2010s, you were still already starting to see something like this, where it was like an entire year or two potentially between seasons. I remember like Game of Thrones was having stuff like that because I think they were also trying to do stuff with the books, and the author himself is just horrendous at trying to finish stuff. But even like some other shows like South Park was having that thing where they're like, oh, the new season's coming out, and it's like 8 episodes, and they're like, okay, bye, we're done. And it was just like, why can't you give us like full like seasons, like 24, 22 episodes? And even like at a certain point, like a full season nowadays is like maybe you get 12 if you're lucky. 10 might be
I feel like
a season.
I feel like 12 is the new 24 or 26.
Right. Yeah. And it's like cost has gone up. The space and time between production schedules and when these seasons are released has become extravagant, in my opinion. You also get the thing now with streaming where it's like, you know, we can just have two scenarios. We can dump everything at one time right onto the streaming platform, or you could actually release them every single week over several months in the more traditional sense, because we were doing that when we were watching G-Quux. It's like episode this day, and then you'll have the next episode later on next week, and then the following episode after that. But these guys were these Duffer brothers that created Stranger Things are kind of defending that whole concept and saying that it's good because, according to them, it builds up this, you know, interest and this desire and this, like, wanting to see where the story goes and stuff like that. And I kind of feel like I had that issue a lot with anime, Attack on Titan specifically, where I was like, after season 1, I was waiting to watch season 2. And in the meantime, I kind of got into other stuff and other series that by the time season 2 came out of Attack on Titan, I was either not paying attention to it or I just completely missed it. And then after that, season 3 came out later on in the pipeline. I was like, I'm not even interested in the franchise to begin with. And I feel like this is something that if I had gotten into the show because everybody was like, oh, Alex, you like stuff from the 80s, right? You like that Back to the Future thing or that Goonies movie? You should like this. And I was like,
oh, you're talking about Stranger Things now. I thought you were still talking about Attack on Titan.
No, I'm talking about Stranger Things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I like stuff from the 80s, but if I want to watch something from the 80s, I'll watch a movie or TV show that was made in the 80s, not something that's kind of like nostalgia baiting through like modern day lenses and stuff like that.
I do think it's weird that those people who were telling you to watch it because you like these things from the 80s, then they stop watching it after season 2 or season 3 because the new shiny jangly thing that's popular comes out and they stop caring about it. Yeah, it is though. I feel as though there's this like a lot of these TV shows that are super popular or were super popular, like Game of Thrones, Stranger Things, any of these kind of viral hits, they seem to be more about people wanting to belong in their social circles than about genuine interest in the show. Meaning, everyone at work is talking about it. I need to be able to talk about it at work. I feel, and it is weird because people who know me or I work with are like, "Oh, you're a film guy. You know a lot about films." I'm like, yeah, and they're like,
you should like this film.
They're like, what are you watching? It's like, have you seen this new movie on streaming? Like, what's that movie? The House of Dynamite came out, and they're like, you like movies? Did you watch House of Dynamite? And I'm like, no, and I have no interest in watching House of Dynamite. Yeah, and I would. It's a Netflix film. I as a blanket rule,
I don't have Netflix.
I don't have Netflix, but as a blanket rule, I don't watch Netflix films. I think that they're all pretty trash. I think Netflix films are trashy, low production value, low effort, formulaic. Anytime I've given a risk watching a Netflix produced film, I'll put it this way: Netflix produced films are what made me cancel my Netflix subscription, because I'm like, if this is what you're releasing now, I have no interest in this at all. Even when Martin Scorsese makes a Netflix film, it's
The Irishman.
It's a weak version of a Martin Scorsese film. So I'm like, but everyone's talking about it now, and then I feel like an asshole being like, yeah, I don't watch that. I sound like an asshole.
Mr. Antisocial.
But I'm like, I didn't bring this up. I didn't say, hey, everybody, I'm not watching this movie. Other people want to talk about it with me.
They get offended because the thing that they suggested to you that they expected you to like, you just completely dismissed. And then they're like,
Imagine what my family Thanksgivings are like. Family trying to make conversation with me. Hey, how's the film business? Did you see popular movie on Netflix? And I'm like, no, I haven't seen it yet. Oh, well, have you seen popular movie on Hulu? I'm like, Nope, not watching
Nope.
Alien Earth either. Oh,
Oh,
what are
God,
you?
that's another
Well, what
one.
are you watching? Well, the Criterion Collection sale was on this year, and so I bought Summers with Monica, which is a 1950s German film, and they're like, "What the f- is he talking about? What an asshole!" I'm like, "I didn't ask you. You asked
I saw
me."
that. I saw that La Samurai was on sale, so I went ahead and picked that up. I always wanted to get it. I liked it.
I really like the restoration of Barry Lyndon. Did you know that it was all shot by candlelight? Idiot.
Yeah, it's like, yeah,
leave me
but it's
alone.
like the stuff that I feel like maybe when we were younger. I mean, I can speak for myself. I think you were kind of into the trendy stuff back in the day, like shows and stuff like that. We were more into it, but now that we have
24. I'm like 24.
yeah, 24, yeah, like an event type of show. Water cooler stuff now is just, I kind of feel like there's so much stuff to have to watch at the same time that's new and popular. It's like, when do people have time to do this?
Yeah, I've
And-
seen.
and
It
such.
seems like a lot. Everyone talks about what they're watching on
Right.
streaming.
Yeah.
I mean, I did. Did you watch Lost? I didn't watch Lost.
I watched the first episode of Lost, and then I forgot to watch the second episode, and I think I was just like, meh. And I think a lot of people are the same thing. They're like, oh yeah, I used to watch Lost. I feel like every so often there's like a big thing, like the Battlestar Galactica reboot, Breaking
Didn't
Bad.
watch that.
What was the other one? It was just on the tip of my mind. Better Call Saul, which is another spin-off of that. Game of Thrones was another big thing
Didn't watch that.
that everybody was like wanting to watch and stuff like that.
It's funny.
But,
I've
also
not
those
watched
shows, I
any
feel
of
like-
those shows that you're talking about.
Yeah. 24, you'd watch that.
That was. I think that's the only show that qualifies as like a, what is it? Water cooler show.
Yeah, water cooler show.
Oh, True
Now I feel like-
Detective.
True Detective.
True Detective. I watched.
Season 1.
I watched all 3 seasons of True Detective.
Black Sails. I don't...
Never
you
heard
watched
of it.
Wasn't there a 4th one?
Past a certain age, a man without a family can be a bad thing.
The Boys.
Boys
I
is
watched
another one.
like half of season 1. I couldn't get into it. No. Chernobyl. Watch that. No.
I have my family telling me about that every Thanksgiving.
No. I hate Black Mirror. I have strong negative feelings on that show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh God, Handmaid's Tale. I have to sit there in bed and I have to be like, why is this on my fucking TV?
I love how your wife tortures you with these things. She's trying to make you into a better husband, a more sensitive male, a genuine feminist.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
I watched the first season of Westworld and the first episode of season 2 of Westworld. That was enough. Season 1's really good. House of Cards, 1 episode. The Wire, no.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of those shows, we kind of like the first season kind of gets you hooked, and then after the first season, you're just like, whatever. Like Rome was on there. I enjoyed season 1 of Rome, and then season 2, I was like, oh, it's because they knew they're going to get canceled.
Yeah.
HBO does that to everything. But I feel like with a lot of those shows, they were far more consistent in terms of trying to keep the momentum going.
Mm-hmm.
And they also, unlike some of these other shows, like you can probably vouch for this, especially in this case of Stranger Things, the amount of merchandising that came out with it was nothing compared to what Stranger Things has. I mean, Game of Thrones had a lot of stuff too with it, but Stranger Things had like action figures, video games, Monopoly board game tie-ins, clothing, food items of some sort. There's like a pizza parlor or something in the show that supposedly somebody now sells, or they were selling like pizza based upon the pizza parlor and Walmart and stuff like that. It was just all this like kind of like geeky nerd culture and stuff that was kind of wrapped up in that whole thing. But I feel like a lot of the people that, apart from the very hardcore people, majority of those that were into the show or following it probably dropped off after first or second season just because the storyline or something else caught their eye. And now with this thing, they're like, oh, we're coming back after so many years. It's probably like, no, it's not because you were trying to create, this hype for this. It's like, oh, it's finally coming back after all this time. It's like, you probably didn't know what to do with the storyline. You were still on the hook contractually for a final season.
Okay, so we're getting ahead of ourselves. The quote is, this is talking to Variety. The Duffer Brothers said, I get fatigued watching 20-episode seasons. We didn't grow up interested in any of that. We only watched movies. That's the weird thing that we ended up in TV because we had almost zero interest in television.
Sounds like you.
If TV... yeah, I don't watch TV, but I would never...
Frasier.
Anyway, if TV shows come out every year, it's diminishing return. I like the build-up. I think that that's incredibly misguided, and I think that reality shows it. The Stranger Things hype is dead, and I think that the disposability of streaming shows articulates that, because I don't think you can judge the success of a TV series like Stranger Things as, oh, it has this many minutes of watch time, therefore it's really popular because it's already in people's subscriptions. That's not how it works. It's like saying that our show, like Juggalos, my most successful thing, it has 2.5 million views. That's like saying like, oh, if this had been shown in movie theaters, I'd have like that's tons of people paying money to see my movie. They're not going to pay money to see my movie. They're watching it because it's free on YouTube and they don't have to do anything. That's why it gets that views and that view time.
Yeah.
That's why your TV show in its 5th season is still going to get any kind of attention, because most people are not interested in this anymore. Most people don't care about Stranger Things, as far as I can tell. I don't know. Are people in your office like, oh, Alex, you looking forward to Stranger Things coming back?
I know there's this one gal that's got some Stranger Things stuff in her office, but she's from the glance over to her desk, it's kind of like, okay, she's kind of into just this stuff in general, quite frankly. But nobody else I've heard just in passing conversation has ever mentioned this show. Yeah. Most of the time, stuff I'm talking about is like wrestling. So,
the other thing is that it'd be one thing if they were doing 12.
You know who you are.
If they were doing 12 episode seasons every year.
Yeah.
It's like they're like, what is he complaining about watching a 20 episode TV series? That doesn't mean anything. That's irrelevant to the point that's being made. The point is that it's been 5 years since you released the last season of your TV show. That's the point. If you were doing a 12 episode season every or even a 6 episode season every year and keeping momentum going that way,
right?
That's one thing. But
it makes me wonder then how these guys, if they had existed in the 90s, how they would have been able to handle like a 24 or 26 episode season back in the day. Because it sounds like to me like they can barely get through like 8 to 10 episodes every, handful of years. Also, to top it off, it's like the uniqueness of the show taking place in the 80s and them being like the characters being like young kids has kind of lost now, because all these, aren't they all of them like in their late teens, early 20s even at this point?
Yeah,
so it's like, do they take that aging of the actors into account?
They have to. They have to.
So it's 1993.
Right.
And it's,
I mean, this article in Screen Rant basically says the same thing. Season 4 ended with setup for a battle that's taken over 3 years to arrive. Well, this is partially due to the 23 Hollywood strikes. Long wait times can result in disinterest. And I think that's where we're at.
Yeah. Yeah. Because what was it? Season 5 volumes. Oh, volume 1, volume 2, and the series finale. So is it just 3 episodes?
I have no idea. I don't know anything about...
How does that... that must be. Go back up. 26... Oh. Or maybe they're like... Okay, maybe it's like a couple episodes in volume 1, and then volume 2 is a few more, and then it would be interesting to see what the actual view count is. And I know that
they watch by
streaming has been very.
They're weird
very
about it because
gray
they don't
area.
they don't go by views. They go by minutes watched.
Minutes. Yeah.
Or retention time. I mean, it's definitely something I look at in our analytics, but
Yeah. Yeah.
since I know that you watch the episodes like at least 8 times a week, I'm like, it really throws off the analytics.
I just watch it the one time. I'm not one of those weirdos that like
Alex, I'm kidding.
I know, but I'm trying to say that like I would probably be one of those type of actors that would be like, yeah, I watch myself in my films or TV shows and stuff, just out of curiosity to see what the end result would be and stuff. So I'm not a method actor.
Well, we'll be looking forward to your review, Alex, of Stranger Things Volume 5 when it comes out at the end of the year.
10 years.
10 years from now. Well, you know what?
years
So
from
then in 10 years, they'll release the movie version.
Yes. Yes.
So-
When now their children are going to be dealing with whatever monsters or whatever they deal with that.
I don't even know what's... The only thing that I know about Stranger Things is that it meant that I couldn't listen to Running Up That Hill in my car anymore because people took over that...
Is it a Kate Bush?
Yeah, Kate
song?
Bush song. But I had been that had been in my rotation forever, and then they used it in a Stranger Things episode, and a girl that I work with was like, "Oh, do you like Stranger Things?" And I said, "No." Why?
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, because that song's from Stranger Things," and I'm like, song's not from Stranger Things."
Like this stuff existed way before this, and it just
So then I was super self-conscious about the whole thing.
yeah. I can understand.
I give releasing TV seasons 5 years apart 0 pots of gold.
0.00 pots of
I
gold.
think you get 18 months between seasons, and then I start to get angry.
Yeah, maybe 2 years tops.
2 years tops.
And then, yeah, like speaking of Dorito season 2 coming.
Don to Don, Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, but Don to Don, I mean, yeah, that was a pretty quick turnaround. Chainsaw Man was like a year ago?
2023 was when the TV show
2
came
years.
out.
Okay.
So,
At least they have a movie coming out, so that's kind of.
yep. But now,
But they also,
now how long
but
is it
with
gonna
them,
be?
they also have mangas that kind of bridge the gap of the TV and stuff. There's nothing for this thing except buy more, Stranger Things branded swag.
Buy more pop, vinyl pop,
Funko
Pop. There we go.
So they can sit on your shelf uncared about, as opposed to here on the shelves at Walmart uncared for.